What's up, everyone? What's up? Guitars N70 here, and today I got a classic for you. We're looking at Any Way You Want It by Journey and the great Neil Schon. Let's go. We're going to get right into it. Don't know what I'm tuned to, but that's my E string. Well, that was kind of stupid of me. Let me find out what we're tuned to. We are tuned to E standard today. All right, well, that was just the solo, but we're going to learn the main part of the song too, which is, it's really easy. The song's pretty easy, but go ahead and get yourself set up with some delay and reverb, probably more than you've ever used, and then even go more than that. I borrowed that from Carl at 365. I thought that was awesome. Guitar Lesson 365 for Neil Schon. Get as much delay as you've ever used, and then add more on top of that. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, it's not that much. Okay, so here we go. It starts out, the song, I'm not going to go full distortion, but just a nice G rake. Then, so it's G, like a G9. You just got your third and fourth finger here on the top, right? Muting out that A string. Then you're going to put second finger on second fret on the E string, and your first finger on the second fret of the E, and then your second finger is going to go on the second fret of the G. It's like an F over D, or D over F. So it's, and then just move these two fingers and make an E chord, which these fingers stay where they are the whole time. Your third and fourth fingers, okay? So then you're going to go. So it's just back and forth between the third fret and the second fret on the A string. Again, these fingers are staying anchored, or at least I keep them anchored down here. So you can come back to that G, okay? So that last note is going to be a G note and the chord. Then it's going to go. So you're just doing the same thing. And then go third fret of the A string, open D, second fret of the D, back open, and walk it back down. So 3, 2, open on the A to a G. So it's, then when he gets into it, it's kind of, you know, kind of that. I think he plays it 4 times. And he's going to a C9. Back and repeats it, right? So that's pretty much the verses and the intro to the song, and then we're going to get to this solo. Okay, so this is a tricky solo. You know, I don't play it exactly the same way every time, that initial solo. I mean, the ripping part, you know, the intro is pretty consistent. He slides up and goes. Okay, so you're sliding up to 15. This is in the key of E. So you're sliding up to 15 on the B string, and you're going. So it's 15 on the B, 15 on the E, and back to 15 on the B. And then you're going to go. So you're going. So you're going 17 on the E, pull off to 15, and then on the E, and then back. You're keeping this finger anchored on the B. and you keep coming back to that pedal is on the 15th of the B string. Then to 19, you do a pull off, back to 17. So it's bending up twice on the 17th fret of the E string. And so I'll just play this for you, and you can listen to what I'm doing. So I'm not going to explain that. It's just between the 15th and the 17th fret of the E string, and just hear it and feel it, you know. So then he goes, and here's where the hard part comes, because it's really fast. And but let this note be the note, because people. Then he starts the rip. Some people want to get out of this too quick, and they start going off. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can play, the idea is that it's kind of going. Or you can play it. It doesn't matter. I think he plays it in two positions, like the upper position up here, and then it's all E minor pentatonic. But however you can get that rip to just be blistering is cool, because you're going to get the same. You can do it that way, or you can go. All you got to do is finish here in time, okay? And when you get here, which is bending up to the 15th, so the notes I used there, let me do the notes I used. It was the upper part of the box. It was 17, 15 on the B, 17, 15 on the, on the E, and then 17, 15 on the B. Then I slid down to 12 in your familiar pentatonic box and started doing 12, 15 on the B, pulling off, and then to 14, 12 on the E, just your typical pentatonic run. Or you can start from the pentatonic box, and whatever rip you want to do, just get after it, okay? And commit to it, okay? Because it's a short burst. And then you're going to go bend up on the 15th fret of the B. So it's 15, 13, 12. Bend up on the 13th. So let me just play through it so that you can see he's coming down. So you're using 13, 12 on the B, and then 10 on the B. Now I'm bending this 12th fret up a half step and releasing on the B string, and then doing this. 12, pull off to 10 on the B, over to 12 on the G, and back to 10 on the B. And this part's kind of quicker. And then I shift up here and do just right down the pentatonic scale. Okay, so it's, you can do it however you want, but again, it's kind of like this first part. It's so fast that it's like, you know, it's probably tabbed out a bunch of ways, but I'd play it like this. Then I do this. Sliding up from 12 to 14 on the A, and then 12, 14 on the D. Back to 12, and then slide from 14 to 12 on the A. Okay, so that's kind of the breakdown, a little bit of that. You're going to have to work with it and find it. It took me a really long time to get anything that kind of sounded decent there. It's a great solo, but it's just so fast. So Hopefully you pick something up out of that. And then let's do the second half, which is a little more less flurry and more noticeable type of melody here. Okay, so this one we got, oh, so you're going to come out of the solo and plays that twice, and then he starts this. So he's using 5, 4, 2 on the G string. He's bending up on the 5th fret of the G. Open. And then lands on 5 on the D string, okay? On the 3rd and 4th times, he starts to add some pinch harmonic in there. It's a... Okay? Then he starts this. You can do it if you can do it. You can do you know, you can fret this fifth fret of the D string if you want to do that. I think it's easier to just pull off. So it's 4, 2 open, 4, 2 open. Just repeat that on the G string. Slide up to 7 on the G, and then 5, 8 on the B, and then slide up to 10 on the B, and do this. Go Leonard Skinner right there. So you're bending up on the 10th on the B and grabbing the 10th on the E. 8, 10 on the B. Back to 8 on the B, and then so you're bending 10 up twice like that on the E. Release. Then he does this. So he's sliding into 15 on the B and doing a quick 12 to 15. It's just he's sliding into 15 on the B, and then he's doing a 12, 15 hammer pull over to 15 on the B, and then back up to 12 and then 15 on the E. But instead of explaining it all, it goes like this. Okay, so it's and then he does 12 and 15. And then a full step bend on 15 on the E. And then a full step bend on the 17th of the E. Half step bend on the 19th of the E. Full step bend on the 20th of the E. All the way up to the 22nd fret, full step bend. So he's doing up and down, you know, it's full step bend, release, full step bend and release, and just keeping that, you know, nice and even. Then he goes. So it's 22, 20, 19. Those are the notes. And then he bends up, double on the 20th. So it's So it's 20, 19, 17. And then that little half step bend. And then this is how I play the little flurry at the end. You can play it however you want. So I'm using the, I'm going to let you do any flurry you want down there because it all sounds good. It's kind of, if you're thinking of the pentatonic scale, you know, all these notes, anything sounds good there really. But, so I'm just doing the 17 to 19 kind of a, and then 17, 19 on the E over to 20 on the B. And then I'm doing 20 to pull off to 17. That You can do any of that. Pull off from 20 to 17, or you can, whichever you want to do. And then I come back up and do, which is 17 to 20 on the B again, and then I'm barring over to the E string, and I'm kind of doing. But whatever you want to do there, it's all right here. And then I end with a nasty up here. It's the 20th fret bent up on the E string. So I come down on the. See if I play it the same way this time. Oops. Doesn't really matter, dude. Whatever comes out of me, comes out of me right there, but I gave you the notes, so you go for it. And then you're gonna come down into the. So just make sure that you got a ton of delay and a ton of reverb, but not so much that you gotta listen to the, more that it carries, not so much that the delay is staccato-y like that, but when you get up here, you want it to. So, hear how much sustain that has? I mean, you can go out and have a bite, right? We're gonna go Spinal Tap. You want all that sustain and carry so that you don't have to work so hard when you're doing it, and that's what gives it that Neil Schon sound, is just, and then that way when you get to here, whatever you want to do right there, right? Just make the world your oyster, okay? Have fun with that. Neil Schon, any way you want it. I'm out.